In this video, we'll discuss data structures. Data structures refers to a collection with well-defined operation and behavior or properties of data. Stack is a linear data structure. It follows LIFO, that is last in first out property. Insertion and deletion in stack can be done from top. Insertion in the stack is also known as push operation. Deletion from stack is also known as pop operation. And insertion deletion are done from one end only, that is from the top. It is best example is a pile of coins. Applications of stack. It is used to evaluate prefix, postfix, infix expressions, and we can convert infix to prefix, infix to postfix, and vice versa easily. Syntax parsing. Many compilers use a stack for parsing the syntax of expressions. It can be used for back traversal of steps in a problem solution. Parenthesis checking. The opening and closing parentheses can be checked by using a stack. String reversal. To write a string in reverse order, we can use stack. Function call. Stack is used to keep information about the active functions or subroutines. Expression evaluation, expression conversion, syntax parsing, backtracking, parenthesis checking, string reversal, and function call. All these are applications of stack. In Python, stacks are implemented through list. Both append and pop operation are done from stack top only. Using list as stack in Python. The concept of stack implementation is easy in Python because it supports inbuilt functions such as append to push a new item, pop to delete an item from the stack, pick to see the topmost item, and by using these functions, code is short. To add an item to the top of the list or to push an item, we use append function. To pop out an item, we use pop function. For example, as you can see in first, top is equal to none because no item is there in the list. Whenever we are pushing the first item, that is 12, then first item top will contain 12. When we are inserting 45, then top element will be 45. When we are popping first element, and the top element will be removed and we will have only 12. When we are inserting or pushing 78, then top element will be 78. Stack is containing 793. Whenever we are appending a value, it will be the topmost value. Here first we are inserting 7, then we are inserting 11, and when we are using pop function, then first 11 will be removed, then 7 will be removed, and we will have 593 in the stack. Now we'll discuss stack terms. Peek. Peek refers to inspecting the value at the stack top without removing it. It is also sometimes called as inspection. We'll get the topmost value. When somebody wants to enter a data in a bounded stack which is already full, then we'll get overflow error. This situation occurs when the size of the stack is fixed and cannot grow further. There is no memory left to accommodate new item. When one wants to delete or pop an item from an empty stack, we will get underflow error. When the stack is currently having no item and one tries to pop an item, then underflow error will occur. Pop means to delete an item, push means to insert an item. In first function, we are checking if the stack is empty or not. If length of the stack is equal to 0, then the stack is empty, and if we want to pop an element from an empty stack, then underflow error will come. In push function, we will enter an element to the stack. For this, we will use append function. Length of the stack will be increased by 1, and for pop function, first of all we are checking whether it is empty or not. If it is empty, underflow error will come. If it is having some item, then length of the stack will be decreased by 1. If the length of the stack is equal to 0, then top is equal to none. In pick function, if the stack is empty, then underflow error will come. If the stack is having some item, it will return the top item, stack top item. We are initializing the stack and top is equal to none. We have to enter 1 to push an item, 2 to pop an item, 3 to pick an item, and 4 to display stack, and 5 to exit from the program. To append an item, we have to simply call the function push with stack and the item. Pop will delete the topmost element and pick will give the topmost element. First we are inserting 89, then we are inserting 67 and 90, and then we are seeing the elements in the stack. It is 89, 67 and 90. Topmost element is 90. If we want to pop an element or delete an element, then the topmost element will be deleted and there will be only two values, that is 67 and 89, as you can see. Then again we are deleting the topmost element, which is 89. Then again we are deleting 67. Now no elements is there in the stack. If we want to remove element now, then it will give underflow error. First in the stack we are having 89, 67 and 90. We deleted the item 90, then in the stack it will have 67 and 89. After removing the topmost element, only 89 will left, and if we will remove 89, then the stack is empty. If we want to remove further, then underflow error will come. There are three types of polystrings: infix, prefix and postfix. Infix means between, prefix means before, and postfix means after. Now we will discuss some examples. In the first example, A plus B in prefix notation, first the operator will be there, then the two operands. In this case, plus is the operator and two operands are A, B. In postfix notation, first two operands, then the operator. Here in this case, AB and plus is the operator. In second example, first A minus C will be executed, then the result will be multiplied by B. And in prefix notation, multiply minus ACB. First A minus C and the result will be multiplied by B. And in the postfix notation, first A minus C will be executed, AC minus, and then B will be multiplied. In third example, first B multiplied by C will be executed and the result will be added to A. Similarly, in third and fourth example, in fixed notation, if we want to add A and B, then we will write A plus B, and to multiply A and B, we will write A multiplied by B. The operators go in between the two operands A and B. This is called as infixed notation. Instead of saying A plus B, we can also say add AB and can write plus AB and multiply AB. This is called prefix notation. We can also put operator after the operands AB plus AB multiply. This is postfix notation. First we will execute 3 into 5, then 2 will be added in first example, and in second example, first 2 plus 3, then the result will be multiplied by 5. In infixed notation, we require parenthesis in order to change the order in which the operations are done. Here in the first case, first 2 and 3 are added and the result is multiplied by 5. In second case, 3 multiplied 5 executed first, then the result is added to 2. And the results are different. In first case it is 25, in second case it is 17, as you can see. Now we will discuss some more examples. How to convert infix to prefix. We have to move the operator to left of its operands. First A plus B will be plus AB and C plus D will be plus CD, and after that multiply sign will be placed at the left of its operands, and the answer will be multiply plus AB plus CD. Likewise, we can convert any infix notation to prefix and any infix to postfix. Instead of AB, we can have values and true false boolean values also. We have to do in the similar way like we have done now. In first example, from infix to postfix, A plus B will become AB plus, D plus E will become DE plus, then multiply by C will be AB plus C multiply, and in second case DE plus F, then divide, then minus sign will be in the extreme right. After two operands, the operator will be there. Similar for second case. Hope this video is useful to you. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much.